Warning, this episode contains mild to heavy explicit spoilers. Listen at your own risk.
Reviews, discussions, and theories about films in horror, sci-fi, and genre. This is The Horror Deconstruction. Like, share, and subscribe to hear more.
A sunglasses-wearing high school girl walks unafraid through the dystopian streets of a Korean neighborhood. She encounters a middle-aged man, a candle in his hands magically becoming an oversized male member. She discusses her rates for some, let's say, illegal actions with a minor, then scrambles off into the darkness. The man chases her to what I can only call wacky jazz music. This is the opening, or should I say, the third opening, to the bizarre art house litmus test for your taste in cinema. T33nage Hook3r became Killing Machine in DAEHAKROH. Now, I've been aware of this film for a very long time, over 2 decades actually, after looking through the cinema section in a now defunct, at least physically, Village Voice newspaper from New York City. Amidst the black and white Xerox images of Frankenhooker and ads for Asian masseuses, a title in bold black lettering always stuck out. T33nage Hook3r became a killing machine in DAEHAKROH. Lurid, tantalizing, violent, those were the words that came to mind whenever I would see this film's name in the back pages almost weekly. I never followed up seeing the film until some 20 years later, and it has both lived up and disappointed my expectations. An opening crawl of the soundtrack takes impetus over the actual feature itself, leading some heavy hitters in multiple genres of music ranging from jazz, opera, to electronica. Then we're seeing the lone schoolgirl standing in the middle of a forest, lush green leaves fragmented and de-resed due to aged digital filmmaking. Then, we're treated to her standing in the darkened sidewalks of a Korean nightlife, as the full credits of the film play to the incredibly cool song Natural High by Rue Pope. Seriously, it's a great tune. So already I'm enjoying the weird punk aesthetic of this film. But is this movie more style than substance? It is, and then some. Clocking in just under an hour, the director, Gi Woong-nam, has created a calling card of absurdist, dreamlike imagery that will either scratch your itch or enrage you in its hollow entertainment. At least the film does not betray its title, as the titular teenager, played by So-yeon Lee, soon rouses the ire of an old lady by having sex near her house. That older woman, in an unnecessary and extensive sequence, complains and calls for her grandson to take care of business. In a weird twist of fate, the man who comes to look into this neighborhood disturbance is none other than the teenager's ex-teacher, played by Dae-tong Kim. To say his acting is bad is an understatement, but it's a trauma level of bad acting that is an acceptable kind of bad acting. A very acceptable kind of awful. Also, for some reason, he's given a makeup prosthesis to give him an otherworldly ugliness. He looks like the hero of Brian Usna's Love of the Damned, the Faust movie. He also has been blackmailing the teenager into sex to keep her secret. The joke's on him because she's in love with him and proclaims she is having his baby. Little does she know this confession would lead to her becoming a sewn-together wraith filled with cybernetic guts and a glowing green light. This is a very unique film in the sense that it's not only not for everyone, it might be targeted to no one actually, besides the director. With music video length extended sequences of awful dancing to one-off Tokyo Gore Police levels of fetuses being abjected from bellies, this movie is all around and utterly strange and fascinating in its approach. While not as weird as, say, Electric Dragon 80,000 Volts, or as graphic as Meatball Machine, it straddles the line between long-lingering Terrence Malick visuals and Takashi Miike absurdism. I liked it, but I don't know if you would. I would like it more if the fat was cut out of it, but then that would be a disservice to the director as he is trying to make art here, I think. The unexplained Korean Three Stooges that are actual killers is as revealing as the trio of cybernetic scientists that revive her to be an assassin. Nothing here happens in a reality that we can understand and follows the logic of the film Tyre to the T. It just happens. Extended performances of a random opera singer, slick camera work on a girl simply holding a gun, a cool visual of the before resuscitation schoolgirl elevated from the ground in a cyberpunk cross. This movie has everything while saying nothing. It's an aesthetics masterwork from the year 2000. Big respect to the different music styles in this film, another standout track being Midnight Monkey by Sure Enough, and a great skirt-lifting reveal for a gruesome finale. While not the Splatterhouse story of vengeance I was expecting, the weird kooky visuals kept me entertained. 6 out of 10 cock rockets aimed at the ones who've betrayed you. This has been The Horror Deconstruction.